Namaskar, hello and a very warm welcome to CIT NCRT's special live phone-in interactive program. My name is Tanvi Khurana and here we are with our series on the journey of National ICT Awardee teacher. Today we have a guest who won this award in 2018. Well, I have a lot of questions to ask him because every journey is special. So these teachers who are here in our program, they have their own journeys. And they have their ups and downs, they have their challenges, and during the COVID period also they tried a lot of methods, a lot of strategies to make the children understand, and the ICT tools they have used, that is a lot important here. So I definitely want to know that which ICT tool is the guest's favorite ICT tool, and just like me, I'm sure you also have a lot of questions in your mind. If you want to raise them, give us a call on our number, which is 8800440559. And if you want to email us, the email ID would be training.helpdesk@ciet.nic.in. At this moment, you're watching us on eVidya channel number 6 to channel number 12, and also on our YouTube channel, which is NCERT Official. In the live chat box, you can write down your questions, your queries, and share them with us. Till 5 o'clock, our guest, he is going to be here. And he'll be more than happy to answer all your questions, all your doubts. So let me please introduce to you our today's guest, and he is Mr. Dayanand KB. A very warm welcome to you, sir.
Welcome. Good evening, ma'am.
Sir is a TGT in English, and he is from Government Higher Secondary School, Kanjampatti, Coimbatore, Tamil Nadu. So he'll be talking about his journey from where he started and till date. What are the achievements, what are the awards, what are the recognitions he got, a lot more things than this. And before we begin this program, I have a very important announcement to make, and that is regarding India's G20 presidency. So we are extremely proud of the fact that India assumed G20 presidency and would convene the G20 Leaders Summit for the first time in the country this year, that is 2023. A nation deeply committed to democracy and multilateralism, India's G20 presidency would be a watershed moment in her history as it seeks to play an important role by finding pragmatic global solutions for the well-being of all, and in doing so manifest its true spirit of Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, or should I say the world is one family. So with that, let's begin this discussion, and I would like to ask sir, because we're talking about your journey, let's just talk about the beginning first. From where exactly did you start this journey? Were you aiming for the National ICT Award since always, or something came up in between and that became your aim? Anything you want to talk about this entire journey of yours, sir?
Yes, thank you, ma'am. As ma'am said, I am Dayanand. I am a teacher of English in Government Higher Secondary School, Kanjampatti, which is in Coimbatore district of Tamil Nadu state. Let me share my screen.
So, yeah.
This is my school where I am presently working now. Yes, the school is situated in a rural area, which is Kanjampatti, which is in Coimbatore district, where the teachers are dedicated and friendly at the same time. On the other hand, the students have the thirst for knowledge, and the students are very obedient. They have the thirst for knowledge. So this rare combination of these two things, and with the wonderful administration of our headmistress, ma'am, Mrs. Tenmuli, which makes this school a better place to learn, and which makes the learning atmosphere a very joyful one. So I am very proud to say I am a teacher of this school. And while ma'am asked about my journey, to be frank, I don't know anything about National ICT Award until 2019. But gradually I came to know that there's an award for the teachers who are proficient in ICT. Then only I have applied that. So let me begin my journey. So in this presentation, I have 4 contents. The first thing is about my contribution. What are the contributions I have given? And the second thing is about how I begin my journey as a teacher, as an ICT oriented teacher. And then the third part is about what are all the problems I have faced. And then about what are all the solutions I have attained with the help of ICT. And the final thing is about the use of ICT in teaching language and literature. Out of these 4 contents, I have given importance to the journey, because rather giving importance to my achievements and personal awards, I rather give preference to the journey, because for the viewers, for other teachers, there should be some takeaway from this video, I think so. That's why I have given importance to the journey, what are the problems which I faced and how I attained solutions with the help of ICT. That's my priority. That's what I'm giving priority. So before beginning my journey, I should thank my students and my teachers, because my students are the main one, because they are the masters for me. They only taught me how to teach them. I am here because of my students. If I am a good teacher, it's because of my students. And if you consider me as a good person, it's because of my teachers. Out of them, 2 persons who are whom I should not forget and couldn't forget are these 2 persons. One is Mr. Arun Nagendran, who is the captain NCC Army Wing of Tyagaraja College, and the other person is Mr. R. Raja Govindasamy sir, who is the then principal of Tyagaraja College. These 2 persons molded me as a human being. And then I began my journey as a teacher by clearing the teacher's eligibility test on 2012. And I was first appointed in TM Government Higher Secondary School, Pulanguruchi, which is in Sivaganga district, which is also from a rural background, where I worked from 2012 to 2016. The students of that school molded me. They only taught me how to teach them, because whenever I enter into the class, I create new innovative things to make them to increase their interest. And because of their response, I create new things and learn new things and become an ICT oriented teacher. So I should thank my students to make me to achieve this National ICT Award. And then after 2016 to 22, I worked in Government Boys Higher Secondary School, Udumalpet, which is in Tirupur district. After that, I am working in the present school, which is in Kanjambatti, which is in Coimbatore district. So in this single slide, I am going to talk about my contributions in a single slide, just to show an overview of my contributions. First, as a teacher, I have given 100% result for more than 4 years. For the first year, we have given 97% in class 10, and after that, we have given 100% pass in class 10 results. And then I contributed as an author for class 1 primary English textbook for our state, for TNSCERT. That's my other contribution. And then as a e-content creator, I have created over 200 videos for our state board based TN textbooks. And then as a digital content creator, I have created more than 750 plus contents. Many of them are interactive, some of them are I worked as an editor and then animator and then virtual reality artist, and then I have created many audio lessons, etc. So as an individual, I have created more than 750 plus 200, nearly 950 contents as an individual, and as a team, we have created many videos, thousands of videos in our state. And then as a state level ICT trainer, I have given training to teachers who handle class 10 and for the primary classes. And once I have contributed as a script writer for creating an audio visual for the teaching of English in phonetic methodology. There's an audio video package which I contributed as a script writer for that package. And then during COVID times, I worked as an editor for our state-run educational TV, which is called as Kalvi TV. And then in Tamil Nadu, we have high-tech labs in all the high school and higher secondary schools. While creating the module for the high-tech lab, I contributed as a module developer. And then during COVID times, during the pandemic, I have created digital videos, digital lessons with the help of YouTube to reach the students. And then I use some private platforms like Microsoft Education Platform and then Centaur to enrich myself and to collaborate with the teachers of other nations to learn new things and new methodologies and I take some important points and positive things and imbibe in my class. So these are all my contributions. Let's talk about my teaching career. So I started teaching at 2010 in private schools, and during 2012, as I said earlier, I cleared the TET exam, teachers eligibility test, and then got appointed in a government school, which is in Sivaganga district. In the first day of my class, I realized that many of the students in the rural students, they find it difficult to read even in their grade 12. So they have the ability, but what they lack is the exposure to the outer world. They have the determination, they have the abilities, everything is there, but what they lack is the exposure to the outer world, and they are unaware of the opportunities. So I think that if we create opportunities, if we create the exposure to them, they can do wonders. That's what I think. Then I started creating digital contents to create interest among the students. So I find two major drawbacks in government schools in rural areas. 30% of the students, they are drop out of schools until they complete their higher education, until their 12th standard. 30% of the students are a dropout because they lack of interest in education. And the next thing is 90% of the students are coming from poor backgrounds. They are the skilled persons, but they consider themselves as slow learners because of the lack of interest. So I thought of creating interest with the help of ICT, with the help of technology, with the help of audio visual packages. I started creating contents to increase the interest among the students, to mitigate these two problems. So in that school, in 2012, in that school, it has only one projector and a system. So with the help of that projector and system, let's say that's a prose piece in English for class 7, which is regarding the dyslexia of a student. So to showcase the disease, to explain it, I use some clippings from videos and movies like Tare Jamin Par. Because we are from Tamil Nadu, students don't know about the other languages. But when I share the videos, the clippings of the film about the dyslexia student who mitigate the problems and everything. So after watching that video, there's a boy in that class who was considered as lazy by others, but he was very active in that class. He participated very well and answers all the questions. So that's an eye-opener moment for me, because on that day I realized that some of the students are active only we present the way they like to watch. That's an eye-opening moment for me. Then I started rely on ICT tools and ICT technology to improve the interest among the students. By showing the videos of the people who achieve from poor families, the students compare themselves with that person and they set a goal. So this gives an immense effect on the behavior of the students toward discipline and punctuality, which helps in the two problems which I earlier stated, that dropout and then lack of interest, which remove that two problems. And then in 2014, a person called Mr. Ayappan, he is a HM from Viluppuram district, he constructed an audio video package for teaching of English using phonetic method. In that English model preparation, I contributed as a script writer. My work is to create a active package which gives interest among the students, like in a form of a playway method. Okay, like that we create audiovisual packages which is given to free of cost for all the government schools in our state for the primary sections. In the later years, we set a record break of 100% centum result in class 10 English with the help of these ICT tools. With the help of simple video and audio packages, we can create wonders. This is the script writing work which I do during the 2014 to create phonic songs to improve the active participation of the students. That model was given to all the government schools by our state government education department. And what are the solutions with the help of ICT I have achieved? So first of all, the benefits of e-content, which means the audio and visual packages, are students can learn at their own pace. if let's say if I teach a student a grammar portion, tenses means, if I give a video, he can see it in their free time. They can learn at their own pace. They could watch us many as a times till they grasp the idea. They could watch it repeatedly, and then with the help of animated explanations, I created that educational module in the form of animated videos, like watching cartoons, because students are fond of watching cartoons. So with the help of that educational contents, it improves the listening and concentration of the students, and thus it helps in improving the result. Okay, the main motto of creating digital contents is to create interest among the students, because if we create interest means then that interest itself could do wonders, because students are already hard workers and they possess the determination and skill, but what we have to create is the interest. So to create interest among the learners, I rely on technology and started presenting my lessons in a digitalized way using e-contents. On talking of e-contents, I create e-contents in various genres like stop motion videos, whiteboard animations, 3D low poly videos and 3D high poly videos, like that, to avoid the boredom, because if you repeat the same thing means it will give boredom to the students. So I learn new things to create among the students. I learn new tutorials and learn creating new technologies with the help of softwares. It's because of my students. That's why I said the students are my masters, because they only taught me how to teach them. And then during pandemic, we faced that child labor issues, because when students started to learn, they spend it on watching smartphones and buying smartphones, and easily diverted towards porn addiction and using drugs, like that. But because of these digital contents, they are easily diverted towards educational videos, and it helps them not only to make engaged in educational videos, but also helps to improve self-discipline, and they generally share. In government schools, we have given tabs to the primary children, and the children share the tabs between 4 to 5 children, which gives the sharing habit among them. Okay, which is an output given from an American friend who says that in America they give tabs to every children, but in India we gave tab to a class, 10 to 20 tabs to a class, where the children share among themselves. This improves the habit of sharing. And then with the help of digital contents, learning becomes a joyful one. We are from Tamil Nadu, so English is a second language for us. When students hear the word grammar, they feel like allergic reaction towards that. Okay, so when I teach grammar using online games and activities and in a digitalized way, like watching animations, they start to love grammar. And we know that if we start to love something from our heart, that will be our favorite one. Like that, they become their favorite one. So any idea or a thing derived by the feeling of love rather than the involvement of feeling of ambition is better, because it gives the involvement of the individual. Okay. So according to me, a child must commence his schooling in an environment free of fear. So by using these educational contents, we can create a learning atmosphere which is a joyful one and makes the learning a joyful thing and a memorable one. So I strongly believe in freedom of children and practice an idea of students to be themselves and they should feel free to express their ideas in the classroom. So with the help of these e-contents, they can learn at their own pace and they can achieve great heights. And this is one of the tool which I use using which we call Mystery Skype, which is from Microsoft Education platform. Why I am speaking this thing is, I am a teacher of English. So to improve the communication skill, we rely on various tools. Like that, one day I came to know that there is a Mystery Skype program in Microsoft Education platform, where I talked with a teacher who is in England. Both of us talked, and we booked a time, and I gathered 20 of my students, and she to gather 20 of their students in that country, and we started to play a game called Mystery Skype with the help of a video call. The main motto of the game is to our students from India, they have to find the location of the opponent. Okay, and the opponent team, which is in England, they don't know about our location. They have to find out our location with the help of a map. The point is they have to ask one line question like, are you from America? Like that they should ask. The opponent team should reply it in binary like yes or no. So which team find the opponent location within a short span is the winner. That's the motto of the game. For the continuously we played that games for 40 minutes. After that 40 minutes, what our children did was just asking a single sentence. Are you from America? Are you from China? Like that. They responded it in yes or no format only. But after completing that 40 minutes, our children has the confidence, the positive attitude. So even after an hour, our students feel very joyful and very active, and which gives a positive attitude toward their spoken English. They have the confidence. They seems like I talked in English with Britishers like that. So like these kind of tools which helps us teacher of English to remove the inferiority complex of the students and to remove the shyness of committing errors while speaking. Okay, so this is also a great tool for me. So with the help of that Microsoft education platform, I have earned more than 59 badges and many certificates, and they gave miles. When we talk with someone in other country, they gave miles. I have traveled over 8,000 miles via virtual Skype and all. But the point is, we have to communicate with other teachers all around the world to know about the new things, what are all the innovative things they are doing, and we can imbibe it in our classroom. Many asked me why use Mystery Skype, because in my concern it creates a global community and which improves the critical thinking, and with the help of the maps, they are reading the maps, right? So which gives the geography skills of the students and which motivates the students to speak, and thus it helps in improving the listening and speaking skills. And the 1 hour program which is led only by the students, and it's a like a collaborative thing between teachers all around the world. So with the help of this Mystery Skype, we played many games like that. I think of an animal. The opponent students should ask me minimum 5 to 8 questions. They have to find out that animal. They can ask me whether it's large, whether it's big or small, whether it's a land animal, like that. I reply only yes or no. Within 5 to 8 questions, they have to find out the animal. Like that, we can play various games using that Mystery Skype, and we can improve the learning of the students, listening and speaking skill of the students. And as I said earlier, I contributed as an author in creating primary English classroom books, and then I contributed as a digital content creator for classes 6, 7, 9, 10th English and 11th and 12th communicative English, and many higher secondary vocational subjects, etc. And then speaking of e-contents, our government schools, we have high-tech lab in all the high school and higher secondary schools. I have contributed as a module developer, and then while creating new textbooks, our textbooks are imbibed with QR codes. So I have created more than 200 digital contents for class 6 to 12 in English textbooks. This helps the students, that QR videos help the students to learn with ease and improve the concentration of the students with the help of these animated digital contents. And then, as I told earlier, my animation contents are not only of 3D animations. It comprises of all the genres of videos like stop motion animation, whiteboard animations, photo motion videos, and then I create and shoot some videos, mixed reality videos, etc. And when we analyze the timings of the learners' usage, the scanning of the students, we felt very surprised because many of the videos are scanned after 6 p.m., which means they are scanning the textbook videos after the school hours. So we come to know that if a student takes textbook after school hours on his own interest means, then learning will not be a burden to him, right? So though I received many awards, I received more than 10 plus awards, national, international, state, and etc. But I consider this achievement as the greatest award of them all as a teacher. I consider this award as the greatest achievement. And state government awarded me as the best contributor in Diksha for creating so many videos in Diksha platform for our state textbooks. This is a showcase of my 2 minutes video of my creations. This is the animated video, low poly video for primary children. For upper primary and high school and higher secondary students, we create these kind of 3D animations, which is high poly. And this is the science concept. This video has been selected for 2 international short film festivals. This is the high poly educational content, which I create a couple of years before. Not only this kind of things, this is the workflow of my 3D creation, how I create 3D objects like that, from a texture, giving light to that object, and then giving voiceover and animate that object. Like that, we are creating science and math concepts videos to create interest among the students. And these are my present projects, 3D photorealistic animations, which we are creating a 3D mesh, and then we use photorealistic technology of the real skin texture of the animals, and then create videos like this, which is we are using in Hollywood movies. We are using these softwares in creating digital contents for our students. So this visual appeal will help the children to watch it repeatedly. Not only the forest things, we create our native villages like this to create science and maths concepts. So the students watch it repeatedly for the visual appeal, for the visual feel, then they gradually grasp the ideas without knowing themselves. And this is my present 3D VR projects with the help of IIT Madras, which I talk about in the upcoming slides. These are virtual reality projects which we are doing now. This is a science lab simulation, 3D virtual reality simulation for a chemistry lab. This is also what we are doing at present. So for professional development, I rely on various things like British Council and then NPTEL. NPTEL plays a vital role in learning new things for me, because there are various courses which are free of cost in our Swayam NPTEL platform, which I learned many things from these NPTEL classes. Last year I attended NPTEL workshop conducted by IIT Madras by Professor Dr. Manivannan, which is an eye-opener for me, which taught about the AR and virtual reality things. And with the collaboration, with the help and support of Mr. Manivannan sir, we create virtual reality simulations and projects for our students, which we have seen earlier, that virtual reality tool and virtual reality simulations, which we are doing with the help of the support of Mr. Manivannan sir from IIT Madras. And then when we are talking about ICT infrastructure, many teachers think that for ICT infrastructure we should rely on smart labs like that. But during pandemic time, we couldn't access the high-tech labs, right? So on that times, I carry my own laptop to the classroom, and then with the help of a Bluetooth speaker, which I hold it in my hand, which is around 300 rupees. Okay, which with the help of these simple things, we can create ICT infrastructure inside the normal classroom. Because out of the 40 minutes class session, I show video only to 10 to 15 minutes of the videos. With the help of the videos, I create assessments, and with the help of the video, I ask question and then make the students to dive into the topic like that. So for that, to create ICT infrastructure inside the classroom, these simple things are more than enough for me. And the assessment plays a vital role in ICT and in teaching, because they have to assess the students' learning, whether to improve it or whether to do the same thing like that. So assessment is an important thing. For assessment, I use tools like Diksha platform has the inbuilt creation tool for creating English language related things. Like in this video, I have showed that we are creating a digital interactive thing with the help of the inbuilt things in Diksha platform, where students can hear the synonyms, and then with the help of that mic option, they could record their own voice and they can watch it repeatedly to improve their pronunciation like that. And then I use Google Microsoft Forms and then Google Classrooms for the assessments during this pandemic, because in Microsoft Forms I can create surveys, quizzes and polls, and with the help of the Microsoft inbuilt platform we can easily see the results as they come in. When I create a quiz or survey, I can invite my students. They can attend it with the help of browser or even on mobile phones. And as soon as they submit the result, I can form a data such as quiz results can be easily exported into a Excel format for additional analysis or grading. So in this pandemic time, I rely on these Microsoft Forms and Google Classrooms for assessment. And then when creating digital lessons, I attach the assessment questions in the final session of the video itself. This helps the students to understand they can assess their own learning. And then for CWSN students, we create audio lessons for visually impaired students, and with the help of MP3 audio lessons, they could easily grasp the core topics and the ideas in the textbooks. Visually impaired students could use also the e-glossary and could hear the pronunciation of the words from their textbooks. And my view as an ICT oriented teacher, as everyone say, every child is special and gifted. For me, no one is a failure. So we need to understand that we should only create interest among the students, and we should keep in mind that every child is a special and no one is a failure. If we keep this in mind, means with the help of our creativity, our interest, we can create digital tools based on our needs, our students' needs. We can create wonders. So creativity, interest and innovation will come into picture if we as teachers take this thing means we should think that every child is special. Okay. So with the help of ICT tools, the teacher becomes not only an instructor but to become a facilitator in the classroom. So we act as a guide for the students to learn more. So teacher essentialism lies in suggesting things rather than imposing things. So I strongly believe in that. So with the help of ICT, the teacher becomes a guide, not an instructor. So fear for the students, the fear blocks the intelligence and their understanding. So I think if the child starts to work without fear, he can understand the world better and they can engage themselves with more interest in what they are doing. So the main mode of the teacher is to create motivation and interest among the students. So ICT tools helped me in many ways to create that interest among the students. So if we create interest, means the students can learn on their own pace. They can do wonders. So my methodology and innovation. Many of the teachers, after I received this national award, they ask about my methodology and my innovation. First, I ask my students, whenever I enter a class for the first time, I ask my students about how a teacher should treat them. They come up with many ideas. Generally they say, sir, there should be no punishment. We should, teachers should treat like them as friends. No homeworks, no boring lectures, especially after lunch. These are all the main points which they reveal. So I agree with all the possible demands. And then I start to reveal my opinion on how a student should behave inside my class. So I ask them to give their full presence. If they need no homework, means they should give their full presence, both body and mind, inside the class. And this helps me to collect their wholehearted response for me. So this thing helps me to gain their attention. And generally I begin the class with a small story. Rather shouting, listen to me, I start my class with a small story, and which helps me, the story helps me to motivate the students. And because of hearing a story, they become silent and listen without distraction. This helps me to gain their attention. And I wind up the class with a simple quiz related to the topic which I taught. The quiz helps me to make them to kindle their search for answers. Out of the 5 quizzes, I give answers for the 3, and for 1 or 2 quizzes, I ask them to explore. So because of the curiosity and interest, they eagerly waiting for the next class to express their answers like that. This is my method of teaching inside the classroom. And many of our teachers are asked me about the softwares which I use. Generally, I rely on the fast softwares, open source softwares. I create digital contents using simple 2D and 3D softwares, which helps in improving the active participation of the students. For that, I give importance to Blender, which is an open source software. We can create 3D and 2D animations. We can do editings and all. And for editing, I rely on Kden Live and OpenShot. Both of them are open source softwares. And I use, many times, I use paid softwares. Because to create a powerful animations within a short span of time, I rely on the paid softwares such as Maya, and then Moviezoo, Cartoon Animator. For gaming engines like Unity and Unreal Engine helps me a lot in creating 3D photorealistic contents and for virtual realistic things. And for editing, I rely on Camtasia and Premiere Pro for the paid programs. So these are all the softwares which I use. And trying to make colleagues. I'm a skill-oriented teacher rather depending on the softwares, because if you learn the skill of editing, you can imbibe that skill into any editing software, you can say. So we should not rely on the software alone. We should improve our skill of editing. Like that, I rely on the improving the skill of creating 3D animations, because if you have skill, you can create wonders with the help of PowerPoint and 3D Paint itself. They are not low-end softwares with the help of creativity, but it takes time. That's what matters. So we should rely on skill set based rather based on rely on the softwares like that. So many of my colleagues were impressed with these ICT based teaching which I shared earlier. So during state level trainings for the teachers, as an ICT state level content creator, I gave a presentation on the importance of ICT, how to scan a video, and where we should show the video. If we show the video in the beginning of the class, it acts as a motivation. If we show it in the middle of the class, it acts like a presentation of the class. And if we show it in the end of the session, means it acts like an assessment tool. Like that, we share our ideas, and I received many positive feedbacks from our fellow teachers after the usage of ICT tools in their classrooms, which helped me to motivate me to work further. In the pandemic times, we took many webinars on creation of digital contents for the teachers of our state. And these are some of the state level trainings we have attended and we have given to our state teachers based on the new training, new textbooks. And this is my team. So when we talk about the digital contents, we should not deny the fact that team matters everything, because at the organizers, we have a wonderful coordinator, Magdalene ma'am, and then we have many like-minded friends. I have my own friends like Bhumi and Dinesh. They are like-minded people like me. When we compete ourselves to create 3D animations, we imbibe new technologies like that, and with the help of our superiors, Director ma'am and SPD sir, everyone, they gave our support by giving our hardware and all. So without them, it's not possible. So it's like a team effort. We create new things, we learn new things, and we share new things. Together we grow. That's what we are doing. And then during COVID times, during the pandemic, I conducted and attended many webinars and helped our fellow teachers to create their own digital resources and making the students and as well as the teachers aware of the cyber security classes of using internet in a proper and safe way. That's what we are doing. And then I have created digital lessons in YouTube during this COVID time, and with the help of Coimbatore Diet, they deputed me to create to work as an editor for Cully TV digital lessons, and we create many videos for the students of the rural areas, those who couldn't afford for internet and online facilities, they can watch these TV programs to learn their lessons. This is what we did during the pandemic. And then my future plans, when we speak about the future plans, I think to make every child to be a responsible global citizen by using technology, we should give training to them on technology and how should they use internet in a proper manner, that we should give trainings to them. That's what I am doing, and I plan to do in the future too. And I plan to help my teachers and the students to enhance the learning experience, a more joyful one, using the ICT tools by creating 3D animations and all. Thus it helps the students to think independently and communicate creatively. It also helps students for building successful careers and lives. If we throw light on a topic like virtual reality, they can do wonders when they join in a higher secondary educations like colleges and all. So what we are doing is we are throwing some light on the basics of the things around us like AI, cybersecurity and all. And to make the children aware of our ecosystem, we creating courses like UNESCO's SDGs, Sustainable Development Goals, like that. We are creating awareness with the help of ICT tools, and I plan to guide my students to use internet and resources in a safe and proper manner, especially in the social medias, how to use them in a safe and proper manner, that we are doing. And then only we can create a responsible digital citizens in the future. And I'm helping my fellow teachers to use ICT resources and create their own digital resources and use it in an effective way inside the classroom. That's what we are doing, and that's what I am planning to do in the future too. So this is the journey of a teacher who know only the PowerPoint, the basics of PowerPoint in 2014, and how he create digital contents which are awarded by the Short Film Festival internationally. That's how the journey goes, ma'am.
Thank you so much, sir. This is not just the journey of a teacher, this is the journey of a National ICT Awardee teacher. And sir, I heard your future plans. All the very best for your future plans, and I hope that they really come true. And sir, you spoke a lot, you spoke about a lot of things, and one very catchy thing was the softwares you used. Those were really interesting, and e-content creation you talked about, and and so people are always very excited, very curious to know what all softwares have you used. You mentioned a few. Would you like to elaborate a little more about those to our viewers, especially the teachers who are watching this program?
Yes, ma'am. Sure, ma'am. As I said earlier, software tools plays a vital role, but rather rely on the softwares. We should rely on creating the skill set of our things. Like I said earlier, if you want to learn editing, means you have to improve the skill of editing, rather rely on the softwares. So softwares which I use, generally I give importance to the free and open source softwares. For 3D and 2D creation, I rely on Blender, which is a wonderful tool which I create 3D and 2D animations and then rigging the characters and all. But what matters is the time. If we want to create a digital 3D animated video in a short span of time, means we should rely on various softwares. We should collaborate. Like I created an animation in Blender and then I carry it over towards the Unreal Engine for rendering and all. Like that, I goes on. I basically give importance to the output. So the script gives me the guidance to choose the software. Like that, ma'am.
Okay. So when you said that you created these 3D projects, we saw a few examples of low poly, high poly, 3D animation, 3D VR projects. So and you also said that team matters. So I would like to ask, combine these things and ask you, was that your own creation, or there was a team behind this work?
Yes, ma'am. After that, I said earlier, I have created more than 750 videos. And then 200 videos for textbooks. So these things are I create alone.
Okay.
For these 1,000 things. And as a team, we have created more than 12,000 videos and interactive things and all as a team.
Oh, that's
So
great.
the team matters. It's a team of nearly 20 to 25 teachers. We are all from government schools. We create videos, we create 3D animations, and many of them are getting awards from international short films too.
Okay, so
Yes,
since
ma'am.
when did you start using these ICT tools? And you said you created this, interest in them. So, what happened exactly? Was there any inspiration behind it?
Yes, ma'am. In 2000, as I told you, in 2014, when I teach the lesson on the dyslexia, I saw some video clippings from the movie Tarajabinta like that. Okay, on the day, a student who was considered as lazy by other teachers, he was very active in the class. He answered all the questions nearly. So that's the eye-opening thing for me. So I started rely on ICT tools after that. Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Okay, so that was your inspiration. That's wonderful, sir. And I would like to congratulate you on your award once again and all the recognitions you have got. All the very best. I really am hopeful that you are going to get more awards in future. So
Thank
thank you
you.
so much, sir. We are wrapping up this particular program, but thank you so much for detailing, for sharing each and every detail of your journey. Thank you once again.
Thanks a lot, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you to all our viewers for watching this program. And sir is surely an inspiration. The journey he had, the way it started, the work he has done, the softwares he has used, it's just amazing. And you also can do all these things. So all the very best to each and every student, to each and every teacher who is being a part of this program. Thank you once again. Please take care of yourself. We are leaving this program, but our upcoming program is also very special, that is Sahyog. The topic of discussion would be nutritious diet and examinations. So stay here and keep your questions ready. And before leaving, I would like to announce once again that we are extremely proud of the fact that India assumed G20 presidency and would convene the G20 Leaders Summit for the first time in the country this year. A nation deeply committed to democracy and multilateralism, India's G20 presidency would be a watershed moment in her history as it seeks to play an important role by finding pragmatic global solutions for the well-being of all, and in doing so manifest its true spirit of Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, or should I say the world is one family. Thank you so much once again. Please take care of yourself. I'm Tanvi Khurana. I'll take a leave of you. Namaskar.